So you're probably wondering, why do we have the X1 with us here today? Well, this is not the X1. You see that green number plate on it? This is the iX1, the all-electric derivative of BMW's small SUV. What is it all about? Well, we will take a closer look at it. But before we go any further, remember to hit the like button if you like this video, share it with your friends, and make sure to subscribe to the Car and Bike channel to stay up to date on all the latest car and bike videos.
The iX1 is BMW's second all-electric SUV to hit Indian markets and also its most affordable. Based on the third-gen X1, the iX1 is the most powerful derivative of BMW's small SUV, but one that will not stand out in the crowd.
If you've seen the new X1, you know it is a sharply turned out SUV. Well, the iX1 is no different, and I mean so literally. You see the design, it's got the same M Sport package as the standard X1. It looks exactly the same as standard X1 except for a few minor differences. You have blue halos around the BMW logo, you have an I badge on the grille, and around the back, rather than saying X1, it says iX1.
The M Sport pack does add pizzazz to the SUV's looks, with its more aggressive bumpers, side sills, and the dual-tone alloy wheels too look premium.
Talking about the interior of the iX1, well, here too it is exactly the same as the X1. You got the twin screens up top, leather on top of the dash, leather wrap steering, a few physical controls down here, so most of the controls are now via this touchscreen, including the climate controls. Yes, there are a few minor unique touches for the iX1, such as the blue wrapped around the BMW logo, BMW i graphics that come at the start sequence. While the iX1 cabin feels nice and plush, there are a few downsides, such as the space at the back. With this seat set to my driving position, as you can see, I have a little bit of knee room while my feet are tucked under the front seat. You are sat a bit knees up as well, so the backrest recline is quite good.
On the feature front, there is a fair bit of kit, ranging from the 10.7-inch touchscreen, ADAS functions, drive modes, dual-zone climate control, panoramic sunroof, and power adjustable front seats with massage function, to name a few.
Now, the most important part about the iX1 is without a doubt its powertrain. This car gets a dual electric motor setup, one on each axle, that develops a combined 308 bhp and 494 Nm of torque. And that does offer some scintillating performance. BMW claims a 0 to 100 time of 5.6 seconds. And this car is no slouch in terms of range either. This car comes with a 66.4 kWh battery pack that gives it a claimed 440 kilometers of range. It currently reads 65% charge for the battery and says that it will go for about 315 kilometers. So we do estimate that this car will touch 400 on a full charge. Coming to the power delivery, because this is an EV, all of that power is instantly available. That means only a slight flex of the accelerator pedal is enough to keep you up with city traffic, and a slight harder flex will make overtaking a breeze. Want to put your foot down? You can do that as well, and the car will rocket forward.
The iX1 comes with 6 drive modes to select from, though only Sport mode gets some noticeable differences. The steering feels more weighted and the powertrain responds more keenly to pedal inputs.
What does require some getting used to though are the regen modes. This car has 4 of them. Low, moderate, high are easy enough, but there is an adaptive mode which switches between the 3 at any given time. So the car does require you to have your wits about you if you're driving it with adaptive regen on. You might be wondering about is ride quality. Well, we have this slightly bumpy section of road and this car does quite well. Yes, there is an underlying hint of stiffness to it, but that's common with all BMWs. But for the most part, it is comfortable enough. Any major potholes will unsettle the car, and while there are adaptive dampers, I wouldn't suggest going to sport mode. Comfort is good enough, and sport will just throw you around the cabin a lot more. Positives aside, the iX1 also has a few drawbacks. One of them is in here. Now, because this is a dual motor setup, the motor itself is under the boot floor, so there's no space for the space saver, which now sits on the boot floor itself, so you're carrying fewer bags. There's no frunk either, so there's no storage up front.
Coming to the charging, the iX1 comes with a 11 kilowatt wall box charger that can fully charge the vehicle in about 6 hours. The SUV also supports up to 130 kilowatts of DC fast charging. At 66.90 lakh, the iX1 is almost 15 lakhs more expensive than the standard X1. For that premium, you get an EV that offers strong performance, 400 plus kilometers of range, and for those looking for it, complete under the radar looks. It's just another X1 at first glance.
Yes, the iX1 does have some shortcomings, but seen for what it is, the iX1 is refined, luxurious, efficient, drives well, and performs strongly as well. And most importantly for your German car fans, this is a BMW. At 66.9 lakhs ex-showroom, yes, the price might not appeal to the mind, but get into one of these and don't tell me that it does not pull at your heartstrings.